Today we're diving into a single story, but it's told in two completely opposite parts. You've got this vision of absolute cosmic wonder on one side, and then a deep dive into industrial horror on the other. And both are trying to answer the very same question. What exactly is consciousness? And this quote, wow, it just says it all, doesn't it? It gets right to the heart of the conflict. It's like a declaration of war between two totally different ways of seeing the universe and, our place in it. One sees corridors of light, the other, corridors of meat. So here's the deal. We have two narratives that are basically wrestling with each other. The first, the Ossuary of Living Light, says consciousness is the sacred cosmic architecture, something you explore with awe. The second, the Engines of Appetite, sees it as just a raw material, something to harvest, to process, and to sell. The clash, it couldn't be more extreme. All right, let's start with that first vision. This is the one where the very idea of reality gets a complete rewrite. Our guide here is a scientist named Carl Doran-Seedy. He's brilliant, sure, but maybe a little unbearable. Anyway, he builds this thing called the ambriscope. Now, it doesn't just magnify light, it interrogates it. It asks it questions. And it turns out light has been waiting a very long time to answer. And the answer it gives? It's absolutely staggering. The universe isn't some empty void with stars sprinkled in it. Nope. Its true structure is an ossuary, a living skeleton made of pure light. And that's not a metaphor. It's the literal framework of reality, and it's pulsing with intention. The bones of this massive cosmic skeleton are what he calls corridors of light. But get this, each corridor isn't just a different place, it's a completely different mode of conscious experience, a different reality with its own set of physical laws. Just try to wrap your head around that. Entire universe is based on different ways of being aware. So what does Cole do? He doesn't just write a paper about it, no way. He goes from being this rogue scientist to a full-on interdimensional explorer. He builds a ship, the Voriel, not to travel through space, but to actually navigate inside these corridors of consciousness. His first stop? The Blue Corridor. And this is the moment it all clicks. Carl has this incredible revelation. He realizes he's not just some outside observer looking in at this cosmic structure. He's part of it. He is, and always has been, made of the exact same light he's exploring. It's just this beautiful, transcendent moment of connection. Okay, now, take a deep breath. We're about to do a complete 180. We're slamming the brakes and heading into a much, much darker world. The whole feel, the entire perspective, it's about to be flipped completely upside down. See? No grand cosmic revelations to start this story. Nope, just a smell. A raw, visceral detail. We meet our second protagonist, Tarek Moen, and we're immediately thrown into his world. And it's a world of grit and decay. At the center of this world is a product, a commodity called vitesse. It's this amber-colored oil, a perfect superconductor, and it is, by far, the most valuable liquid anywhere. So where does it come from? Well, this is the horrifying part. It's rendered from the myelin sheaths of human nervous tissue, the insulation around our very nerves. The cost of this industry? The human cost? It's just insane. You need the neural tissue from 40 human beings, 40 people, just to produce a single liter of vitesse. Think about that. An entire industry built on an unimaginable human price. But here's the real truth, and it comes from an escaped subject named Sable. The company making this stuff thinks they're just selling a biological product. They're wrong. What makes vitesse so special, so valuable, isn't the myelin. It's the light inside it. They are literally bottling, refining, and selling consciousness. So now we can bring these two clashing visions side by side. This is where it all comes to a head. This is where the story asks its big, powerful question. What is consciousness really worth? So on the one hand, you have the ossuary. It sees the light of consciousness as something sacred, right? This divine, cosmic architecture that we're all a part of. Something to be explored with wonder. And then you have the engines. It looks at that exact same light and sees a commodity, a natural resource to be ripped out, processed, and sold for cash. And that's really the haunting question that this whole thing leaves us with, isn't it? It kind of pushes past the story and asks us to think about our own world. How do we see consciousness? Is it the ultimate frontier, something amazing to be explored and understood? Or is it just another resource? Just another engine to fuel our appetites?